work, more control over, you know, the money's coming to you. You're not so much going to put that 15% out there to the agents or what have you. So there are several things that you have, factors that you have to consider before you decide to do that. Self-pub, there's so many things out there. You have Create Space, you have Smashwords, yeah, you have so many options out there. But do your due diligence, okay? Before you decide on, oh, you're so excited, they have a good package. Read what's in the package.
Compare, I guess.
Compare, exactly.
And we're not saying not to go that way,
Yeah.
because a lot of times as authors, we're not necessarily good at marketing. We have no idea what that whole world entails, and it takes a lot of work to really get your books out there. You know, you're all excited. I wrote a book, it's done.
Now
and you
what?
think, yeah, you think that people are going to come.
Right.
And it takes a lot of work, and if you don't have that kind of propensity or that mindset to want to do it, think about hiring somebody like that or getting an agent or what have you. But those are the kind of things you have to weigh as you go down.
And even for the traditional way, they're not going to do your marketing.
No,
You still have to do it. You still have to do it.
Right.
You know,
And
so.
for me, with the agents, it was totally different from me because I never wanted an agent because I just figured I've been doing it so long by myself. But I went to Thriller Fest last year and they had a session called Buzz Your Book. And I got up with MJ Rose and buzzed my book. Okay, I think she really liked the shoes because she's a shoe person too. And after the session was over, MJ Rose and I were just standing and talking. I'm like, oh my God, I'm talking to MJ Rose. I was like, we was, very much. I was like, oh God, And I was heading toward the elevator, and these two little short ladies came. Miss B swinging. And I'm like, okay. And they get on the elevator with me, and it's just three of us. And Jennifer says, pitch me your book. And I'm like, I gave her a pitch and, doors open. I get off the elevator because I was meeting people for lunch. And they was like, oh no, we're with, Simon & Schuster, Random House, or I think it was Random House. And we really want you. Can we sit down and talk? And I was like, yeah. I really wasn't interested in agents. And then I did, not to be rude, I met with them once I got home. They came to DC. We met. I went to this fabulous party, but it was like everything that they were saying that they could do for me, I was already doing. And I'm like, well, I'm already doing this. Right. And it's like, and so people kept saying, oh my God, I can't believe you're going to turn down agents. They're coming looking for you and you're going to say no. And I said, yes, I'm going to say no because even though they could offer me some things that I probably couldn't do myself, I'm used to doing it myself. Well, could they offer me a radio show? Sure. When would that have happened? I have a radio show now. So, it's like, okay, everything that they could have given me,
you got it.
I have. So I really don't need to give them anything. I can give it to, whomever I want to at this point. And that's just how I feel about it. But I'm not saying that it's not for everybody. But one of my friends who wrote a book, and she had an agent, and the book, she signed with the agent in 2000, I gotta get the timeline right. She signed with the agent in 2008. Her book didn't come out until 2012.
4 years.
She has not done that one book signing yet.
Wow.
Because now her agent doesn't really have time for it now. Because, she got the advance, it was a decent advance, but that's all she has. She has the advance and she has cases of books. That's what she has right now. So it's like
wasted.
She waited all those years to get her book published, and now she's not doing anything. It's just like, oh, I'm with a publisher, and you're with a smaller publisher, and you're doing more stuff than I've even thought about doing. I was like, because marketing now, most people don't understand, it is totally up to you. Even MJ Rose said, I have to do my own marketing, because if your book is not the latest Harry Potter or shades, some color shade,
Diversion, Allegiance.
right, exactly, or somebody walking on the moon coming back pregnant when they was up there by themselves. If that's not your book, then you're not going to be, you're not going to be their their number one priority. Because I found this out by going to the MWA dinner, the Mystery Writers Dinner last month. That's what I found out. That most publishers, they look for their new properties in July, because no publisher puts a book out in July. So if you sign with someone in July, know that really you sign with them in August. So it'll be at least a year and a month before your book might even get put out. But then only the big name writers get their books out in the prime location, which is June, August, and September. So where does that leave you? Now you got November, December, when everybody money gone because they shopping for Christmas. Then you got what? January, February, where nobody's buying books because they all in the house because they read the books they already got from BDA. Then you got, April and May, but you're trying to get your kids ready for college, so you really don't have no time to spend, marketing no books. So where does that put you again? Now your whole year has gone by and you've done nothing. So it's like, you have to pick and choose what you do. And again, doing something like this, get your friends together, go out, have a good time. Whatever we do, we say, okay, when we go to New Jersey, it's going to be like a car hop type of thing, because I live the furthest, so I'll go and I'll hop up to Delia, and then we'll hop over to KR, and then we'll just hop on up to New Jersey, then we'll come on back down and reverse the process. But we have fun doing it. It's like 3 teenage girls in high school, like slumber party type stuff. It's just like, we're not the main girls. We didn't invite you to sit at our table. You didn't sit at our table.
Oh, did you answer?
A lot of what I was going to say, you've already covered, but apparently, according to my research, most of the publishers today are looking for authors who have already established a platform.
Yes.
They don't even want to talk to you unless you have a Facebook page, Facebook author page.
And a lot of them are looking at.
Or something different. But on the other hand, I have worked with a number of people designing covers and helping them format books and so on. And I have a friend who is a jewelry designer and teacher.
Okay.
And she makes over 6 figures with her jewelry.
Wow.
And she has put together, basically it's a seminar on how to be an artist and turn that into entrepreneurship, okay? And we were talking about the difference between indie publishing and going the traditional way. And the bottom line was, we thought that for her, the best route would be the traditional way, because she's not going to make $1 million on her indie book, but she will get coverage and respect from the traditional publishing. And, I think it really does depend on what you're writing.
Yes.
Very much so.
And as an author, you have to immediately, if you are an author, regardless of how you get published, you immediately have to look at yourself as a small business. You are now a small business owner. Your book is your business. And you have to separate both lives. KR, when we started this, KR said, look, I have a family, I have 2 boys, and I need to make sure I have the time with them. So we made sure, we looked at her calendar and said, okay, we picked out days that we knew we needed to dedicate to our other life. I have 7 grandbabies, so I knew that it's gonna be okay. That's a birthday there, and that's a birthday there. Okay, then it's a birthday there, but I need to go on vacation here. So we all knew that we had to have a separate life from this, and that's what you have to do. You can't treat it like you're just one and the same. And that's why I like that I have 2 names, because I'm Sandra every other day of the week, and on the weekend I'm PC Swinging. So I can be that person separate from who I am, and people know both. They know both. I'm kind of the same person, intertwined sometimes. We both wear great shoes. She gets hers from me though. So, but I knew that it had to be different. It had to be separate. KR, when she goes out, she's KR. Like, we know what her real name is, but she's KR when we're on tour. She's Dee Lawrence. We know what her real name is, because that's who she is on tour. So we use our names as the people that we are. We have separate lives from this. We all actually have real jobs. Well, this is a real job, but we have another real job.
Yeah.
So we have to be that person. We all came from work.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So it's like, I came from work and then from the radio show and then came here. So I got 3 jobs.
Oh, man.
And I'm-
We were cracking up because I actually live like on the Maryland-Delaware border, so it was a 2-hour drive for me to come down. So you do what you need to do though,
Yeah.
and like I said, we have such a lot of fun that we can.
And sometimes you hear us mumbling, that's because we forget that other people are listening to us, so we just start to mumble ourselves.
But we understand what we're
But we
saying.
understand what we're saying. Look, we're like triplets, you know, that was separated, but we all come together and we talk that secret language.
Well, actually, it's interesting that you kind of segued into, you know, how do you deal with, you're 3 people, you've got 3 different lives, and you're doing this. That's a lot of work.
It is.
Are there times that you kind of wish you hadn't? I mean, your chemistry is so great.
And
I
it's
just wonder
because
if there's
of
some
that.
drawbacks.
It's actually because of that, because there have been times where maybe I didn't feel like promoting something, but I'll get a call from Dee or B will say, hey, on our way. And literally on the car ride up, your whole aura just changes and you're excited and ready to go and ready to meet folks. And it's been one of those things when we signed on, we said we were going to do this for a year and kind of see what happens. But it has been, the year has been going extremely fast. And it just works out because we're all so very flexible. So we understand, like the lady said before, if there's a certain time where we can't make it because of a concert or work commitments or family, we're all very flexible and it works out very well.
And we have, I mean, it has been like, KR was like, oh, well, when she found out about the event in August, she was like, oh, but, you know, if I could switch it, I'm like, oh, and